Here's the thing. I don't actually need this. So, when you're looking for pie but you have a massive cake still in the fridge, like me, you turn to the mini pizzas, because like pie, they seemingly go on forever. 00 flour is the key to my pizza pie dough, but you can use all-purpose. That's fine too, I don't gatekeep. Now, like everything baking or baking adjacent, we need to weigh it. In this case, we're looking for 500 grams of flour to 350 milliliters of water, which we put in this glass bowl, along with a package of yeast and a little bit of sugar, which we will briefly whisk for good luck and let rest for 10 minutes. Let me tell you a little bit about what I've got going on and what we're going to be doing with this channel going forward. I know it's been a while since we uploaded, and that's because we got a little burned out on it with the weekly uploads. I want you to know that I have every intention of continuing with this channel, but we have another major project which right now is our top priority. That project is Dust Don't Settle. Here's a little teaser of that.
I don't know what's going to happen. We need to make movies. Everyone get real comfortable. Thank you for being part of this crazy We're in crazy territory. Undoubtedly, New Mexico is incredibly special. And I don't know that Dustwave would even work anywhere else. It's a lot of people that are part of our crew that are from the industry that don't have the opportunity to try their own stuff.
We have this opportunity to tell like a very true New Mexico story that is not Breaking Bad or whatever, right?
Hard to creativity, sometimes you'll fail. I'd rather fail than settle for making something mediocre. I'd rather fail.
So yeah, I'm directing a documentary. In case you couldn't tell by the way I dress and act, I'm a filmmaker. I'll tell you a little bit more about all this in a minute, but first let's add the water to the flour, very carefully chuck in 3 tablespoons of olive oil, start mixing a little bit to combine with that yeast, then toss in a pinch or 2 of salt. Then get to the business of kneading the dough, which I'm gonna do in relatively real time. Okay, so this documentary is a labor of love for a lot of people, and we're getting to the stage where it's really starting to ramp up. That coinciding with the overwhelming feeling that YouTube is punishing me for making the videos that I want to make as opposed to the ones it wants me to make, and the overall burnout of the grueling schedule we were keeping, we just knew that something had to give. We decided back in December, as the production of the documentary started really getting going, that we needed to wind down a cooking thing. Not totally and not permanently, but we needed to make sure that we were being reasonable to ourselves and respecting our own time and mental health. So, going forward, we're going to work on videos for this channel when we feel inspired. That might be once a month, it might be every few months, we don't really know. It depends largely on our inspiration and our availability. I want to make videos bigger and more ambitious and not care about what YouTube says is going to work or not. I've got a ton of things that I still want to make on this channel. It just can't work for us to make this happen every week. So for that, I am sorry, because people have really liked this stuff, and it's unfortunate that we can't do everything. But now I am going to do the shameless plug thing. Today on Pi Day 2025, we are launching a Kickstarter to help fund Dust Don't Settle. The link is in the description, so please check it out and consider sharing it with your people. You'll be funding independent artists trying to do something really ambitious and really cool. And if you're on this channel, there's at least some chance that independent art appeals to you. If you do contribute to the documentary, it's going to not only help that effort, but also enable me to better allocate my time and resources to do more for this channel. So I really hope that you'll consider at least checking it out. Anyway, let's get back to the pie, cause mamma mia or whatever, it's Mario Day when I'm writing this script. March 10, yippee, wahoo, etc. Now, let's get that covered and let it rise for 2-ish hours while we prepare our other things, like toppings. We're gonna do a supreme kind of situation here, because I think that's pretty universal, right? First, we're gonna mince up some garlic for our homemade sauce and leave a little bit slightly larger and more in charger for adding as a topping, ooh la la. Next, we thinly slice some green peppers, dice up about half a white onion, set aside a small bowl of pepperoni, then cube up some cheese. I use a 1:1:1 ratio of sharp cheddar, mozzarella, and Parmesan cheese. But wait, why the cube, Chef David? Doesn't that make it harder to grate? Yes, it does. But it also gets the big and bubblies in the oven, so we do it anyway. Next, it's time to kick off that homemade sauce I was talking about earlier. So, on the stovetop, we're lighting a small fire, placing a saucepan over it, letting it get hot, then adding about 2 tablespoons or so of olive oil and our garlic. That garlic can cook in there for about a minute till it starts to get a little bit of color. Then we add 2 tablespoons of oregano and a couple pinches of red pepper flakes. Use at your discretion. Let those cook for another minute or so, then add 8 ounces of tomato paste. Now we're going to turn the heat down and mix it around, letting it get nice and toasty. Ooh, that's nice. Next, we add a 32-ounce can of crushed tomatoes and stir. Once it's well mixed, we're going to salt and pepper to taste. I have a patented technique of using a slice of pepperoni for testing the sauce, which, as you should all know by now, Casey Kasem and therefore Shaggy would never touch. Still not over that one. Let that cook down for 10 minutes, then turn the heat off and prep the oven to 500 Fahrenheit, or as hot as it can go. Next, it's time to roll out some dough. If you're using a pizza stone, let's get a pizza spatula thingy. Dust it with a little bit of flour, then build our pizza right on top of it. Drop your dough on, throw a little sauce down, little cheese, some toppings, more cheese, then drop it in the oven on the pizza stone. You can also do it in cast iron by greasing it with a little bit of Crisco and some olive oil for that personal pan pizza from the hut. Both of these methods are going to cook for around 20 minutes, but you'll have to keep an eye on them because it's rarely an exact science.
Well, there you go. One pizza pie. Mini form, perfect for pie day. It's semi-spherical, 3.14 and all that, ish. I don't know. Check out these bubbles though. That's because you did that like chunky mozzarella and cheddar situation. That's kind of where it's at. I don't know. I'm not gonna eat on camera because I hate when people eat on camera. I hate the sound of food noises in the mouth. But you're gonna want to try this. I had some already. Spoiler alert. Anyway, here's the thing. This isn't goodbye, but it's gonna be a little while before we do cooking content again. I love doing this, but I can't get burnt out. I've got a lot of other things going. This documentary is really time-consuming and really demanding, and I love doing it, but I have to give my all to that right now. I have other projects that I'm putting off because of that project, and this is one of them. I have loved doing this. I'm going to keep trying to do it as much and as often as I can, and I'm just asking for you to be a little bit patient, you know, and again, like I said earlier, check out our Kickstarter. We also have a Dust Don't Settle YouTube channel, which we'll link below, that you can check out as well. We're going to be posting pretty frequently there. Probably not every week, probably every few weeks or so maybe. But there's going to be more stuff going on there than there is here, and I guarantee it's going to be fun stuff. Anyway, that's it. You know, I'm going to do a little bit of B-roll to take us out, and we can kind of enjoy this last little victory lap. Till next time I see you on this channel, just keep cooking, do what you want to do. Don't let people gatekeep the kitchen, because a lot of people gatekeep the kitchen. I'm a little sentimental about this. Anyway, that's it for me. Now I need a drink.